Brandy Johnson with Sailor Realty here, and if you've been following along with the informational series, you're getting a pretty solid foundation on what it takes to become a homeowner. So now you know how your credit score affects things, you know what the interest rates mean for you today, and you also are aware of some down payment assistance options to help you if that's a barrier for you. So now it's kind of like, all right, well, what's the next step? And the next step involves getting a pre-approval letter from your bank. And I have Brady here with me from American State Bank in Osceola, and he's going to talk to us about just kind of the steps, the basic information you're going to need in order to get to that pre-approval.
Yeah, so to get started with the pre-qualification process, you just need to get a hold of your banker. This can be done, we'll set up a time to fill out an application, get general information, and this is something that we can actually do over the phone if somebody prefers that, or they can come into the bank. You just need really kind of basic information as far as date of birth, social security number, current address, current employer, everything like that, and what your current earnings are, as far as, monthly, on a monthly basis. And from there, we'll, ask you things as far as what you're looking at to, as far as a dollar figure, and kind of get a gauge there. And then from there, like say, we'll qualify your income, take it into consideration with what your current monthly obligations are, things like that, and then what your any payments you might have for the new home that you're potentially looking at, and things like that. You just need to know that information off the top of your head. It's not anything that we require any documentation on initially for any of the pre-qualification process. And then after we do all that, we'll get a credit report run, verify any of the debts, you maybe had mentioned, and just kind of, like I say, requalify the income and everything as far as that, and make sure it aligns with the ratios that we need.
So as long as they basically know how much they make per month, and they have an idea of like what their monthly expenses are, that would be helpful when they're having the conversation with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, just kind of have a picture of any other loans besides the new home loan you're potentially looking at, as far as credit cards and any personal loans, auto loans, things like that, or student loans.
Okay. And then what is the typical turnaround time? Like if somebody calls in or stops in, about how long should they expect to wait before they would know what they could be pre-approved for?
Generally, with the pre-qualification process, it's, it doesn't necessarily take a whole lot of time there. It takes, maybe a day or two to do that initial pre-qualification. And then from there, obviously get your home picked out. And then that's where we start to get more detailed and verify, all of the information you had told us for the pre-qualification process.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me and just kind of giving them an idea of, the basics to get started. I think that's helpful, and I appreciate your time. So if you have questions, let me know, reach out, send me a message, call me. I'm here to help. Call your banker. They're here to help. It doesn't cost anything to have a conversation and just gain some knowledge and some insight on what you could afford, what you'd be looking at with your current circumstances. So have a great day.